Back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. I'm very happy to have here Bounty Hunter Krivo S8019 Type BH. This is part of Toys Alliance and Toy Notch. This is from their Oblivion Land series, and he does match up with some 1/18 scale, even though he's not 1/18 scale. Originally, he's Astrobots, which was 1/12 scale, but they do match up with 1/18. And we're waiting for, is it Detective Smith? I can't remember his name. He's coming out, who's also matches with him. What's interesting, he comes with loads of accessories, and he has this dimension propulsion backpack mode, which means he can jump to different universes. Whee! Hence why he fits in with 1/18 and other scales. He looks really, really cool. Now, I never had any of the Astrobots, so it's nice to get him and see what it's like. Okay, nice box, great art, really good, and I love the pictures on the back. He looks to be incredibly articulated. So he comes with the Bounty Hunter figure itself, armor cowboy hat. I can have an armor hat. Is that a helmet? But it's a cowboy hat, apparently, an armor one. Energy pipe. Well, how's the pipe like this? Dimension propulsion backpack, hand cannon, tactical belt, NR200 combat knife, and 1/18 scale wooden box model, which would be nice, or wooden crate might be better. Okay, let's see about opening this and see what he's actually like. I'm expecting high things from this. Oh, that is nice. It says self-disciplined humanoid Krivo is a bounty hunter from Neutral City. The armor, cowboy hat, and energy pipe are his defining pieces of attire. He is known to accept any commission to make a living. For extra income, he grows vegetables to sell, mostly radishes. That's why he is also called the Gardener Hunter. Energy pipe. The material is high purity mineral and will be used in emergencies. Hand cannon. Medium range weapon for high mobility. Dimension propulsion backpack. Geocentric eruption. A power unit to enhance the endurance of the body, but it can be changed to a jet wing mode, which seems to consume more energy. Maybe it doesn't jump dimensions, I don't know. And the NR200 combat knife, // combat knife used when charging system. Oblivion Land, Oblivion Era 720. This is a story where people still didn't give up searching for dreams and hopes on the obliviated border. The world is full of chaos, disorder, natural disasters, and threats of alien beasts. In this lost era, the Oblivion Driver has become a double-edged sword to revive civilization. This is one box I'll definitely be keeping, and we can see him in there. In fact, it's almost a shame to open him. I'd like to get another one just to keep in the box. That looks so, so nice. Okay, so to open the box, it looks like we open from the top. Let's close that. Let's see what we are like here. Oh god, that is looking really good. Oh, and that's the crate that's come down the bottom there. He just looks so good. And there is no tape that I can see on this, so it's very easy to take off. Here is his cowboy armor hat. It's got some bend to it, and the little peg inside you can see, so it secures to his head, I'm assuming. His energy pipe, that's pretty cool. His belt. Is there a link for this to go in and out? Okay, just a slide in and slide out from either side. Pop out, whoop, pop back in, that's cool. His rather big looking knife. God, look at that. That is a brute. He has his cannons which attach to his wrists, from what I can tell. Yeah, very nice. For the blank side, no detail, we would expect that anyway. He has his dimension hopping or charging or jetpack. And that's got these things here which move. What else moves in this? Ooh, don't break anything. Is that the only moving parts, or something else moves? That feels like it should move, but I don't want to. Oh, hello, hello. There we go, look at that. Very nice. And then we have our figure. Now, he looks amazing. The whole thing looks amazing. But I will say, there is no weathering. So it's all very nice and clean. So maybe he has some sort of sonic bath or something to keep himself clean. He has got a articulation, individual finger articulation, I can see. He looks like he's going to be really, really well articulated. He looks really cool. And also the crate here. Which does open. That's something that, if you're not too worried about changing the stuff that comes, you may want to paint up. That look pretty cool. Or you can keep it in that red. Okay, so let's look at our figure. Really nice looking. Whatever this is, it comes up. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. On a little wall there. Plastic feels toy-like. I know it's a toy, but you know what I mean. It's less. You compare it to like some of the Acid Rainbow figures, the Joyster figures. This is a different feel of plastic. If you used to drop this, it would probably break. It would drop it from too high. But it looks really nice. Okay, let's have a look. It's a ticket. Give it a better look. And character in that face too. So articulation. He can look left and right. He can go down and up and side to side. So he's got a barbell to barbell joint. So he can do this. Shoulders. Oh, that's interesting. So he's got a ball and the shoulder connects in on a joint separately. So if you can roll his shoulder like that and come up to here, so he can he get over 90? Just over flat. This can go slightly higher. Bicep bend should be good. Yeah, look at that. He's got double elbow joints. He gets like a phenomenal bicep bend. Better than me if he changed. But why is he getting more on this arm than he is on this arm? That is confusing me. Very good bicep bend. He has wrists which turn, and he has wave articulation on both. And then his hands, he has 1, 2, 3 joints, same as me, 1, 2, 3 on each finger, and he has the same as us, 2 on his thumb. Awesome. Waist, he can dip really quite far, backwards really quite far, side to side as well, really cool. And can he twist? Yes, he can, from the trunk and from the waist. Hips, better than I was expecting on that, and the hips go forwards, but they go outwards, not straight line, and backwards can go in a straight line or outwards. So he can, in effect, do a full splits, front splits. And he has this thigh swivel here as well. He has double kneecap, but his legs are so bulky that he only gets 90 degrees. Lower leg, there is no turn on the ankle, though he does get a decent tippy toe. And his dorsal flexation is not great, but he can swivel his feet inwards and outwards. Very nice looking so far. Really nice joints, I've got to say. The plastic, again, it feels very, when I say toy-like, more child's toy-like as opposed to adult toy-like. But don't get me wrong, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, it feels like a plastic that's less likely to break from manhandling, but more likely to break from from dropping, if that makes sense. Okay, so his belt, let me have a look at the box again. Where does his belt attach? Belt attaches loosely around his hips. Almost like a proper cowboy holster. Now in the prototype shots, he came with a pistol that went inside, that a separate pistol, which is a shame it doesn't come with that. Okay, it goes there. And his knife, how does that attach? Does it show in here? It should attach to the belt via this here. So where are the, is that how it fits in there? Okay, so there's little things going around here. You can see the thin parts. Let's get one out of the camera. Like, here we go. Like here. The belt with this part here should be able to, the knife should be able to go on to one side. They've got it on his left side, so let me try and copy that here. How easy was this to go on? That's not going to be easy. Unless I'm thinking this wrong. If it wasn't joined underneath, you'd slot it up, but it is joined. Oh, I see. It's thinner at the bottom, so you should be able to, in effect. There you go. Push. Okay. And then his arm blasters, they attach, there's little, what's that called? I can't think of the word. A little, there's a slot there, and this goes in the slot. Can't think of the word now. Okay, on his wrists. I think he'd been better with the pistol personally, but I'm not complaining. Can his pipe stow anywhere? Look at the box again. I can't see where he keeps his pipe. So that'd be nice to have someone to stow that. Maybe there is, but I can't see him at the moment. So his hat. His cowboy armor hat. Oh, hello. Let's try that again. It fits on, but it's not particularly tight. Looks pretty cool. does he hold his little pipe? Let me see. Ah, he has jaw articulation. He can open his mouth, so he can actually have his pipe in there. And this backpack, let me see, how does this attach to him here? Okay, so we have these little parts here and here, and that will match up with these parts here. But how am I going to get that in? Does this come out at all? That. Oh, that's got some bend, but I don't want to bend it that much to fit. There must be an easier way. There's something that I'm missing here. Not that I can see. And I will look at the box one more time. I'd rather some instructions for this. So it goes that way. But how is it attached to his back? Ooh, I want to know. So there is bend in this, but the plastic is not the type of plastic you want to force. So that is my issue with this at the moment, and I can't see any way of getting these parts wider. Take his belt off. To help put this in. As far as I can tell, it's not jointed at all. And having a joint would have made it far, far easier and obviously safer for your toy to put in. How does that fit in? Okay, rather than waste your time, I'm going to pause this, try and work it out, and I'll be back in an instant for you, and about 14,000 hours for me, and I'll work this out, so back in a moment. I'm back, and yes, my close of change is actually a day and a half since I started that video and paused or stopped because I couldn't work out how to put the dimension propulsion backpack on, and I've had to actually send a message to Toys Alliance, and they replied, it's like, oh, now I know how. Felt like a failure. No! Okay, so basically, if you can see, if I move this out the way, let's have a look. Okay, there's a white piece here and another one there. They slide outwards. Then you can put this in place and slide them back on to secure it. It's a very, very secure system. So that is on. He's got his hat. Got his pipe, you can see in his mouth there. He's got his knife. He's got his blasters. He's ready to lay down the law and get that bounty. He's got his 1/18 scale crate. Does the crate open? Yeah. Crate here. I think I opened earlier. He looks really, really good. With the jetpack, this is the closed section. There are two little notches and two that go into these recesses, so it closes the same way, but they just come out, and then you can fly away to your heart's content, and this does have a small downwards and upwards motion as well. Looks pretty cool, but what I will say is the front doesn't look as good. needs more paint application, or maybe you do that yourself. But the back looks pretty cool, all things considered. Now, I said this earlier, I'll say it again. There's no weathering. With some weathering, this would go from being a great looking figure to an amazing looking figure. That's something I might do in the future, a bit of paint work on him. But he does look fantastic. There's so much character in him. I'm a bit disappointed by the lack of weathering because he's an expensive figure, you know. But he looks great. Let me see if he can sit down on his little crate here. Now, bear in mind that the original, this is from the Astrobots, and the Astrobots are 1/12 scale. This is just a retooled version of, I forget the Astrobot's name, which one it is. And I also did mention earlier that his toes have toe articulation as well. So yeah, he can sit in his crate, lay down the law to those who are around him. He looks so damn cool. He looks so good. I'm not sure why he's going to be flying with his jetpack when he's on the actual crate. Now, if you can see that little black part just by my finger here? That's what comes out, and that's what that's the peg that comes out that you must put the little recess, which is just by my finger here, into when you put it into the closed position. So you have to work out, how am I going to do that? Well, it's like this. And is that in? Let's have a look. Just about. Okay. So it's quite precise, but you have to really look quite close to line it up so it actually does work. But when it's in, it's nice and tight. Okay, that's better. That's going to be overbalancing backwards instead of leaning forwards. And the toe articulation is just there, as you can see. So, as I said, the original Astrobots are 1/12 scale, but he's actually for work in a 1/18 scale universe. I believe, Oblivion Land, because they got a 1/18 scale figure coming out that matches with him. So I'm going to compare him to a 1/12 figure I've got nearby, and then to some 1/18. Now, the only applicable or suitable 1/12 I've got by is a Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends, so he's going to be slightly bigger than your normal 1/12, and that is Red Dynamo from Black Widow, which hasn't been released yet. We haven't even seen the movie, but we're still waiting. His pipe looks so great. Okay, so let's have a look how he does compare. Not too bad. He compares pretty well with 1/12. Now, bear in mind he is still quite a bit shorter, but he does look pretty good with the 1/12 scale figure, so that's really quite cool. If I get 1/18 scale, I will use a couple. So I will use Cyclo from Fortnite. Now you can see there's a big difference because he's like almost twice as high. I will use, let me use the Interceptor Camelbot from Acid Rain. Bear in mind he's a very, very big 1/18 scale. And then I will use a Joy Toy figure as well. So you get 3 different 1/18 scale figures. And you see how he scales there. In fact, I'll even stick in the Fear Assault Mech, which is huge! And I got a huge different sort of a range of figures going on there. Stick in the background as well. That'll make for an interesting storyline, I'm sure. So, Bounty Hunter Krivo, he is awesome. I really like him. I think he's fantastic. My only thing I'll say again is well, there's 2 things. First, as I said, I'm disappointed there's no weathering, especially at the price point, but maybe that's not the universe he's from, that sort of weathered, grimy look. And the other thing is, the plastic just feels strange. It's not strange, it feels more like, it's very robust, you know, old school toy plastic that's very robust, but you'd be scared to drop it. Because if I was to drop a Fortnite figure, I don't care. The plastic doesn't feel like it's going to sort of crack. Whereas this feels like if it was to drop from any height onto something quite stiff, that it might crack. And that is like something you don't want to happen with your expensive toys. Would I buy another one? I'm hoping this Oblivion Land series has a lot more stuff coming out because it looks fantastic. This articulation is off the scale. Really, really nice. I would maybe buy another one if money is willing, and then to paint that one up. Or maybe I'll just do some weathering on this guy. Not sure. But he does look fantastic. Okay, let me get him to an action pose. Keep him pointing. Let's look that way. He's got the knife up. Actually, he's looking where he's pointing. And again, to balance. Pretty damn impressive. But who is he fighting? We need to find someone for him to fight. That does Lima. He does look really good. But you can't really see the pipe unless his head's down a bit more. Can you see the pipe there? Yeah, not too bad. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more awesome action toy videos for you guys. Check out the content on the channel because there's loads of stuff in 118 scale. There's bigger like 112, smaller like 128, and a couple of 124, 135, etc. Okay? Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.